What time is it? Oh, it's 8. That works out well. Hello, Internet. If anyone is watching, I should clear this out of the way. Oh. There we go. This is Viticulture, the game of strategic winemaking. And this is a Riesling wine. I actually had to look up before I started streaming this video how to pronounce Riesling, and I realized I've been saying for 5 years Riesling. And I thought I had a sneaking suspicion I was wrong. Might be on my end, but you aren't very loud. I'll move the mic a little closer. I don't know. Let me know if it still sounds rough, and I'll try and figure it out. Hold on a second. Actually, my mic is not picking things up right now, so let's play with this. Oh, goodness. How about now? This is terrible. What have I done? Now there's sound again. Is it good sound? Is the same quality as Coffee Roaster last week, or is it worse? Let's see here if I can mess with it. I await your response. I can actually just pull out something. I don't have it with me. Let's just pull up Facebook and see how it sounds myself. Let's get rid of this awkwardness before I start playing so that people can actually hear me. Sounds a lot better now. Okay, like on par with Coffee Roaster. Okay, cool. I'm going to pull it up on Facebook actually. And I will listen for myself real quick. People can actually hear me. Okay, cool. That sounds pretty good. I'll take it. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened, but I fixed it by breathing on the microphone, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a Riesling wine, 2017. I don't know why I chose this one. Snoqualmie. That's what we're gonna go with. It's delicious, though. I have actually tasted this one before. For those of you that haven't been here before, if anyone watching hasn't, we recently got our liquor license. We are a board game cafe, I guess. And our liquor license we got about 3 weeks before we were shut down. We can't obviously safely have people here. So I've got a lot of alcohol that I can't sell. So cheers. That's good. I like it. That's quite good. I don't know if y'all heard because the microphone was off, but I looked up how to pronounce this type of wine because I'm not a very big wine aficionado. I drink beer and I drink other things, but yeah, I've been pronouncing it as Riesling forever. It's Riesling apparently, so that's a hint at how cultured I am. But either way, we'll see if I can play this game reasonably well. This is Viticulture, the game of strategic winemaking, and we're playing a solo version of it. The reason why I've chosen this game is because I've kind of consulted I haven't played a lot of solo games myself. I played Coffee Roasters a few times, which I've streamed over the last few weeks. But this is a game that it comes pretty well regarded among people that do solo games pretty often. And I really like Viticulture as a non-solo game. I've played it quite a bit. It actually might be my favorite Stonemaier game when I think about it. I don't think I kickstarted the Viticulture. I don't recall if I kickstarted this or Euphoria. But a lot of people, as far as like Stonemaier go-tos, Wingspan and Scythe are probably the two most popular. But this might be my best. And I couldn't really put my finger exactly on why. Some of it might just be nostalgia. It was the first game where the theme sort of... I know your Euphoria has pretty extra... Yeah, I got the fancy Kickstarter Euphoria with the gold blocks and stuff. It's actually back here behind me. But it was one of the first games I played where I wasn't thrilled with the theme at first. I'm pretty, I guess, Ameritrash is the board gamer's term, but it just means that you really like games with heavy theme. I want to be like a Viking or like a barbarian swinging a sword, or a mage, or something, just something exciting. I'm a theme player a lot of the time, and this is just about making wine. And in a vacuum, that doesn't sound terribly exciting to me. But then I played it, and I was like, it was very much a 180, like, wow, I actually really enjoyed this. So I think that might be part of why I like it, which is very, like amorphous reason. But it's just I like being surprised, and it surprised me how much I enjoyed this game. It might be up there among some of my favorite worker placement games, honestly. But this is the solo mode, which I've tested once, and it didn't go well, as is apparently how all board games go with me. So, but we're going to give it a shot. The way this game, it's a worker placement, so I'm going to be attempting to... and this is a solo variant, so let's set some stuff up while we talk. We are attempting to outrace the game. The game ends after 7 years. Normally the game ends in a regular game, just whoever hits this end point first, the 20 points. And then after everyone gets a certain amount of turns, you see who has the most points. In this game, you're trying to maximize the amount of points you have over 7 turns, which, at least with my try, was difficult. Depending on who you ask, it sounds like there's varying opinions on how difficult it is. But I did not have a great showing my first play. But... we're going to be placing workers across this board, sort of like planting grapes, harvesting grapes, making wine, trying to fill orders over the course of the game in an attempt to make 20 victory points. I highly doubt that we're going to do this, but we're going to do our best and hopefully have fun in the process. For setup, it's interesting. This is the Viticulture Essential Edition. It has a few like small additions of the expansion Tuscany in it. One of them, I believe, is the Mamas and Papas cards, which look oddly like... What's the actor's name that plays Loki? Look at that. Tell me that's not Hiddleston, I think is his name. Like, look at that. This is... Our grandfather, or our papa in this case, is Tom Hiddleston, which is why we have so much money and why we can afford a winery. So we take one of these at random. Okay, never mind. Our papa's name is Matthew, not Tom Hiddleston, so we don't have as much money as I thought. But oh well. So we get to choose. This is like our starting resources. Normally, in the old version of Viticulture, you had a set amount of resources. This adds a little bit of variability to the game. So we get certain amount of workers and a certain. Where's the camera? I had to adjust it. There we go. This is telling me I get certain colors of cards, certain workers, and a certain amount of money. That's all I need to know for now. We'll figure this out as we go. But I'm going to go ahead and grab what I get. So I get a green card. These are slightly off camera so I can fit everything, but all you need to know, as you can see from the tips, is a green card, yellow card, purple card, blue card. We'll figure it out as we go. So I get one green card, which we'll put, I guess, right there. Yeah, that's fine. 2 purple cards. These are wine orders. So these are potential ways. These are the most consistent way to get points in this game is by filling wine orders. There's our wine orders. And 2 little workers. All right. There's 2 different types of workers in this game. Well, actually, you only get one of one type, but I suppose it's relevant. So we have 2 workers to begin with in our fledgling little winery. Let's put them here. There we go. We also, by our Tom Hiddleston look-alike Papa Matthew, have $1 and a Grande worker. A Grande worker's ability is just, usually whenever you play a game, if a spot is taken, no dice, you can't go there. The Grande worker has the special ability to be able to stand in that spot once per round. We also have the option of taking the windmill and 5 lira. The papas are always a one or the other. You can take one benefit or the other benefit. The 5 lira and the windmill is tempting. When you plant a vine, gain a victory point. That's actually really tempting. But I would be down a worker immediately. But I could spend that 5 lira to buy a worker. You can purchase additional... already I'm like... Too much strategizing. Do I want the Grande... Can I purchase a Grande worker later? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to go with the Grande worker despite the temptation of the windmill. That might not be a wise decision, but we're going with it. And we're only going to get $1 instead of the 5. So Papa Matthew and Mama Laura have... I don't know where they've gone. Hopefully just retired. Not anything worse. But either way, they give us some stuff. All right. We have our starting they gave us a giant field and $1 and said best of luck. So we'll see how it goes. In a normal game, this little track over here is like your starting position. At the start of the year, you would choose what position you're waking up in. You get certain benefits. So this one, I don't know if you can tell because I've had to zoom out the camera quite a bit, but this one has no benefit, but you're guaranteed to go first in the round. Obviously, in a solo game, this is swapped up a little bit because it's only us playing against the game. So each of these now has a glass bead next to it. These represent all 7 turns. We're going to take one of these every round, and then the game is over and we see where we are. So we have to always land on a spot at the beginning of a turn that isn't occupied by a glass bead. But that glass bead gives us a slight bit of benefits that I think probably makes sense to explain later. It will add bonuses to certain actions I take. It'll make them slightly more effective. And I'm going to be doing this a lot, by the way, so. Awkward pause. Okay, so we have our workers. We have our money. We've got everything from the mamas and papas. We have 2 vines. We don't have much money. And we're going to set these tokens aside. I want to say this is everything we need. We're going to be anything you see on the board that's blue is the Automa playing against us. Everything you see on the board that's green is me. These are my little meeples. These are me. So let's go with it. At the start of each round on a single-player game, you first flip, I believe anyway, the Automa deck. I've played this once. And it tells you what actions are blocked off. This is what the game itself is standing on and preventing me from doing. So the game is standing on the draw a vine card option and the give a tour option. So that's things we can't take, which is actually unfortunate because I think getting vine cards is somewhat important in this game from my memory. Buy and sell 1 field. So what I did yesterday, I played a test game of this once. It's been probably a year or 2 since I played this. I played a solo game and I immediately sold a field because I'm not going to use all of it. By the way, my fields are usually over here. I have them set aside for camera purposes. So I'll be placing my fields here, but you understand. Anyway, I'm just talking about mistakes I've made in the past. Let's not talk about mistakes. Let's talk about our winemaking future and how successful we're going to be. So we have our blocked off spaces. Let's go ahead and choose one of these. I might have actually supposed to assign my research token before I do that, which we'll do next turn, but it won't influence this right now. Let's go ahead and do this, actually. We're going to take a vine card and our little bonus token, which we'll set aside here. So this is going to give us additional planting options, theoretically. That's pretty good. Okay. The reason why I like this is because certain vines have certain requirements you have to meet before you can actually plant them. Our Syrah grape, which is actually one I know, requires a trellis. In the top left icon, you can see that there's a structure there. Like, compare that with this that has nothing there, assuming the camera will focus. Either way, you can tell there's no structure in the top left corner. So that is something we can plant without having done anything else, whereas the other one is something we have to actually build a structure before we can do anything with. And our $1 does not give us much buying power as far as building structures goes. So I have some options. Do I want to... Oh, okay. I can't draw that. I think I'm going to kind of move fast and loose so I don't... Because I have a tendency to just like brain burn this stuff and sit here and think for 20 minutes, which doesn't probably make for terribly entertaining viewing for anyone watching. So I'm going to give a tour, I think, with one. Hello, how are you doing? I think this is on like a 20-second delay, so you probably typed that a while back. But I'm going to go there and collect 2 money. And the reason I am doing this, because I'm probably making bad decisions, but for one, I want additional money. Because for my second action, I'm going to go here and build a structure already before that is taken. The Automa, every turn is going to be taking actions away from us. So I kind of, if I see the option to potentially get a somewhat early lead, I think I kind of want to do it, assuming I'm playing correctly to the rules and everything like that. So we're going to spend 2 money to build a trellis, which is going to give us additional options for planting our wine early on. I think additionally, I'm going to spend... doing all right. Been a little while since I've been to your shop. It's a nice place. How are you doing, Dan? I'm doing pretty good. I've got, there's no one else here, obviously. This is a solo game of Viticulture. And I'm drinking wine as well because I have a lot of wine laying around I can't sell. So But I appreciate, thank you very much for saying the shop is a nice place. I appreciate the kind words. We are, for anyone that doesn't know, we're a board game parlor in Northeast Ohio. Board game parlor being like board game cafe, bar, or whatever. Okay, so I have built a structure. I built my trellis. With our final worker, we're actually going to use all our workers in the summer season, but I'll explain the relevance of that real quick. This game is broken up into 2 phases, sort of actually bifurcated by the board. Everything in the summer is on this side. You have to choose all of your summer actions before you proceed to the winter phase, where you can now use your meeples over here. Yeah, that's the extent of it. You can't use, I couldn't go over here right now, for instance. I have to choose to proceed to the winter phase. But I'm going to use everything I have before the winter phase and go here to plant some grapes. I am also going to go ahead and use this bonus token. So what that means is normally when I would go here, I get the 1 action, which says right here, I'm going to explain it because it might be difficult to view from the camera, but this says plant 1. However, there's a spot to the right of that that gives me an additional option to plant again. This serves a different purpose in non-solo games, but for purposes of a solo game, those are additional benefits you can activate by using these beads that the game is slowly giving us over here over 7 turns. So we're going to activate that right now, and we are going to plant both our Syrah using our freshly made trellis and our Malvasia. We're going to butcher a lot of fancy words this game. So we're going to plant those. Here. Is there a benefit? I guess I could sell those later. I'll do them on the 6. Oh, I don't actually know. I'll just put them on the 5. So here and here. So we now have 2 vines planted here. And we actually got some grapes planted. That is going to be everything. So now we go to the fall phase. Here is a little handy dandy chart that explains everything, but I'll read it out loud because the camera is zoomed out for the expanse of this game. So fall, draw 1 visitor card. Visitor cards are this yellow and this blue deck. And you remember how I mentioned that this is the summer phase, this is the winter phase? You play those cards during those specific phases using actions on the board. I think I will go ahead and take a summer visitor because I don't know. Why not? Plant up to 2 vines and gain 1 money, or uproot and discard 1 vine to gain 2 victory points. That might become in handy later. So this joins our hand of cards we might be able to use later. Then we proceed to the winter phase. I don't know if it's relevant to flip the Autumn deck here because we're not taking any actions, but we will anyway to keep it reasonably fair. So this tells me the things that are blocked off are make 2 wine tokens. So a mean old blue player stomps over here and says, you can't do this. And we say, sucker, I already used all my meeples. I'm not doing anything anyway. So the board clears. That's the first turn of the game. There's 7 turns in a solo game. I'm going to have some wine. So awkward pause. Wine makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed this game, not just the theme fits, obviously, because I guess everything actually we've played so far over the last 3 weeks has had a drink/alcohol theme. I'll have to figure out something else that does. There's a lot of board games, but yeah, wine makes sense for a Friday evening and most evenings these days. Let's be honest. I don't know if I've had many wines. Riesling, this is sweet, and I enjoy it. I'm usually more of a beer drinker, and for beers, and most things, honestly, even foods, I don't really like sweet, but this is good. I like it. And maybe wines, I'm just a sweet drinker. This almost tastes almost like a sparkling cider. Well, not sparkling, obviously, but almost like a cider. Anyway, reset. All these mean blue people go away, and then all these lovely green people come back here at home. Okay. Let's see. Am I missing anything before I continue? We have no victory points. We should probably add our little victory point tracker here. Start. We have nothing yet, but we'll change that. Hopefully. Hopefully we have 1 point before 7 rounds is over. I think that's what we're going to stick with. Yeah, I think we're fine. So I think what I probably is fair is to put my I could go through the rule book and figure out, but it's going to take, an annoying amount of time. I'm pretty sure it's most fair to use my token and choose my path before I flip the Automa, so I'm not making decisions based on what's revealed. Maybe that's not the way it works. But that's where we're going to play it, because it seems like the most fair to the game, or not accidentally taking an unfair advantage. So we're going to go here, Take our glass bead and take a summer. Another, well, no, let's take a winter visitor. We'll even out the field. Draw 2 wine cards or pay 3 to train a worker. You may lose 1 victory point to do both. I don't like losing victory points in a solo game. It's going to be hard to be worse at wine than you are at coffee roasting. This is, hey, you know what? The second day, so the relevance of this is Twitch, either Twitch or Facebook chat mentioning this. I played Coffee Roaster, which is a solo-only game, and did miserably the first time, and extremely mediocre the second time. But I'll take extremely mediocre, so I made it up for it. Anyway, this gives us additional options for later as far as drawing wine cards goes. I don't like... There's a lot of cards here that like trade victory points for additional benefits, and I don't like them in this mode. I don't know if that's like not strategically the best option, but I just very much dislike giving up victory points in a game so tight. This mode is very unforgiving. So we took that. Now we do the Automa. We have build 1 structure is taken. Hey, look at us. We already built our structure. And then that's it. That's everything that's taken for this round from us. So I don't think we were going to do that anyway. I think we're fine. So now we come to our options. We have, where are our available workers? Oh, here there are 3. We have 3 available workers. I want to make some money to train additional workers. And I need a very big infusion of cash right now. We're going to call, what's that guy? JG Wentworth. We're going to JG Wentworth it up. We're going to make a lot of money when I need it. So we're going to sell our largest field, and we're going to make 7 lira immediately. The negative side of this is we no longer have access to that field unless we 877 cash now. Exactly, that's what I was going for. I grew up listening to him tell me I could have money whenever I need it. So I'm going to take advantage of it. So we have our 7 money immediately. The disadvantage of this is we can no longer plant in this field. We've literally sold off our thing. We can buy it back by going there, but as I said, actions are really tight this game. The reason I'm doing that is because the next phase, I really want to buy an additional worker, so I need the cash to do that. Best decision? I don't know, but that's what we're going for. And I think I actually also want to save my workers potentially to try and harvest fields. I think I can harvest and... there's no reason why I can't harvest and make a wine token. Just immediately put it over there. It'll just be garbage boxed wine or something. So, are we doing anything else this phase? Plant up to 2. We can't do that. Uproot, gain 2 victory points. That's not relevant now. I could draw more cards, but I don't think I want to do that either. Not yet. I think I want to save my workers. Yeah, I'm going to want to do 2 things next round. So we're going to call it quits. Our summer phase is selling off a third of our land. Mother and father gave us land, and we immediately said, you know what, I'm parting with 33% of this for immediate cash. And they don't approve of that, but too late. We already made our decision. So, let's flip this. Oh, we choose either a visitor card, a summer, or a winter visitor card. We are going to go with... What are we going to go with? Well, the Twitch is on a 30-second delay, so you don't have a say. I'll go with the winter visitor. All right. Exporter. Choose 1. Make up to 2 wine tokens. Fill 1 wine order. Or discard 1 of either a white or red grape to gain 2 victory points. That could be relevant later. It seems like this mode is like very much a point grab at the end. So anything that says like points now, maybe that'll be better in the end. Now we have the Automa that tells us things we can't do. That's unfortunate. So the Automa is saying no to training a worker, which is our plan, but I have a trick. A trick being a basic game ability, but we'll go with it. And then sell 1 wine token. We don't have any wine to sell because we're fledgling winemakers at this point, so we're okay with that one. This one's a problem. This one has said like our plan was to sell that $7 field and immediately buy a worker with it, and this is blocking off. But that is the advantage of the Grande worker, which I'll hold up for emphasis. So, as you can see, one of these workers is larger than the other one. The larger worker can stand on a spot occupied by someone else. Obviously, you only get that once. I believe you can only have 1 Grande worker at a time. Maybe that one's an exception, but... Yummy. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to take our Grande worker and slam him right here. And this spot says pay 4 lira to train a worker. Behold the power of the larger meeple. Exactly. He's stomping around. We're paying 4 money, lira, to acquire a worker. This guy can be used next round. Not yet. So we're going to set him aside. Somewhere we won't forget him. He's going to be hanging out in the irrigation. So, yeah, we have an additional worker next time. I think that's a good decision. Second action. With our last worker, I think we will go ahead and harvest a field to get some wine started, or some grapes started at least. So whenever you harvest a field, which is the action we're taking here, we consult our 3 fields, which is now 2, because we sold some of that land. So among our 2 fields, we have this one that has grapes in it, so we're going to harvest it. What that means is you add up the values of the grapes, being whites and reds, and then place it over here into your crush pad. I don't know anything about winemaking in real life, so I don't know what a crush pad is, but I assume it is a bathtub full of grapes that's left outside in the summer. So let's put some wine in our artistic bathtub right here. I don't know if you can see in the art. That's what it looks like to me. So we're going to add 1 white here and a 2 red here. And the reason we're doing that is because that's what we have in our field. That's what you add up. So we've, what did we do this round? We sold a field, we got a worker, and we harvested some grapes. That sounds okay. It sounds like what a winemaker would do, in my opinion. So now we do an additional step. Now that we have either a grape or a wine. What happens here, and this is kind of helping me out here, which is the little tracker that tells you what you do. Age grape and wine tokens. So that 2 value red wine becomes a 3, and that 1 value white grape becomes a 2. This is becoming slightly more valuable grapes as they sit out in the ripe Tuscan sun. And I think that's everything that we need to do with that. Retrieve workers. All these folks come back, along with our freshly trained seasonal person. And all these go away, because this is solo. Collect residual payments. We have none. As we fill, you see there's a little chart over here, 1 through 5. As we fill wine orders, we'll collect money every year. I assume it's wine orders being filled. I don't know what it is thematically, but either way, it's money at the beginning of the round. We have none of that. We have nothing. So we don't do that. Discard down to 7 cards. We don't have that problem. We only have 5 cards. Rotate the first player counter. Irrelevant for now. So let's continue to the next part. Choose wake-up positions, which we will do after we choose the automa. It is blocking off a lot of things this round. If you can see here, I'll just hold up the card just as an example. So this is what it does. Every time we draw from the single player deck, it tells us things we can't do this round. Everything that shows up as green or yellow are going to be blocking off spots for us. And everything that shows up a darker shade of either, it looks like brownish red or blue, is going to be the winter phase. So we draw 1 each time we enter a phase, and we go with whatever is relevant there. So we cannot build a structure this round. We cannot sell at least 1 grape or buy a field. Well, we're not going to do that anyway, or play a visitor card. So a lot of stuff is off bounds this time. And then, oh wait, I did this in the wrong order. I said I was going to do the rooster first. Oh well, I don't think it actually plays in what we were going to do. So the question is what do I want? How much money do I have? I have $4. Lira is the correct term for that. I'll take a wine order just to see if by some miracle there's something special we can use. So the way I've been playing this, I didn't use my bonus token last turn. Maybe someone who's actually played this can correct me, and I'll pull up Facebook. I've been playing it like I can bank these. I probably should have just combed over the rulebook a little more. But I've been playing the game as if I can keep these bonus tokens and use them at later points in the turn. If that's incorrect, I'll look it up, or someone will yell at me, or I'll just find out later. But that's how I'm going to play it. So I have now 2 of these bonus tokens to use. Yeah, we have our second wine order, which is very difficult to do. It's a very hard wine to fill, so we're probably not going to be doing that immediately. I'm going to go here and draw a vine card, because we want to be somewhat more efficient in how we're doing this. We have Trebbiano. If we drink more wine, maybe we can say it correctly. Trebbiano, that's what we're going to call it. We'll place that there. It needs a trellis, and we built a trellis the first round of the game, so hey, look at us. In fact, I think we will go ahead... Oh. No, we can plant. Okay, that plant isn't taken. So we'll actually send one of our people here. We'll plant this in our field. So our field has the amount of grapes you can have in there is dependent on the field. This field can have a maximum of 5 grape value, 6, and then the 7 is the one we sold. So we have 5 here now. So there we go. We've planted more. This field is full. Look at us. This is every round is simulating a year. So this is year 3, and we filled up one of our 2 remaining fields. So I don't, maybe that's pretty good. Draw a visitor card. Oh goodness. Let's go with the summer. Let's even it out. Wine critic. Oh goodness. Draw 2 of the winter visitors, or discard 1 wine of value 7 or more to gain 4 victory points. That's really good, actually. I think that's a good card, at least in this mode. It seems like it in the abstract. Discarding a value 7 or more wine, so if we leave a wine token over here to grow, we could just make 4 points off of it. 4 points is not an insignificant amount of points in this game, I don't think, from my experience so far. So there we go. We draw our visitor card. Now we flip this, and we see what we cannot do. We cannot draw wine orders. We're running out of blue tokens. There's so many spots getting taken. So we cannot draw wine cards or fill wine orders. That is, yeah, that's everything we can't do. So let's focus on things we can, because we're positive people. We can do a lot of things I think we want to do this turn. These are irrelevant. There's no reason to play these yet. Oh, this isn't bad. Drawing wine cards isn't terrible. That's a way to circumvent that. Whenever you play these cards, there's special actions. So you can go here to play a blue card, go here to play a yellow card if that was available and we were in the summer. So that's not bad, but I think we want to focus on... We haven't made any points, but I feel like maybe we're making an okay position to make points later. So let's go here and harvest a field again. So we're going to add up... Oh, that's actually not great. Let's go here first. Make wine tokens. The reason why I'm ordering this up, I'll explain. So whenever you harvest a field, you add up the value here, and you place it to the corresponding point in this track. I added up my whites. Oh, I didn't actually do this. My whites are here. My 2s are here. I can do it. It doesn't matter what order I do it in. So ignore everything I said over the last 6 seconds. We're going to harvest a field. We take... These are bonus tokens, so let's not use those. We add up our little wine area, and we see that we have 2 whites and 1 white for our grapes, totaling 3. So we'll place another one here. And we have 2 red, which we will place here. There we go. That's not bad. So then, let's use our grande worker, and let's finally make some wine. We'll go here, and I think now we'll go ahead and use one of our 2 bonus tokens we have left. So what's going to happen is we're going here to make up to 2 wine tokens. We're going to convert this area of grapes into this area of wine. Ooh, that's okay. I'll explain the ooh in a little bit, but we're going to use this to actually make it 3. We're going to make 3. That's a subpar decision, but we're locked in. We said it, right? So we'll do it. Okay. So we're going to make 3 wine tokens instead. So we're going to take these mashed up outside tub grapes and put them over here. We'll put the 2 here. There's a reason for the order. We'll put the 2 here, and then we have a choice between the 3 red and the 3 white to put over there as well. And it's not going to age, which I'll explain here in a second as we go into the end phase. It isn't. Well, let's look over here. Let's see what's relevant. Nothing is relevant. So any, meeny, miny, mo, we'll go with red. Yeah. Okay. Questionable decisions are being made, but it's done. So we've used up all our people. We now have wine in our area, and that's the end. We've used all of our people. So we age grape and wine tokens. Our 3 over here becomes a 4. This is what, now we age our wine tokens, and you see why I was like, maybe this is not actually the best decision. Because to 8, we have a small cellar here. If I can see where my finger is. Yep, here we go. This is a small cellar. This is a medium cellar, and this is a large cellar. The medium and the large cellar are structures you have to build. We could not build structures last round. So we're not able to age these reds over here yet. Our white will at least go to a 3, so that's something. But we can only make box wine right now. We can make subpar box wine, and we don't have the space to make anything better yet. We're Franzia makers. So those don't age, I don't believe. I don't think anything negative happens, they just don't age. Collect residual payments, we don't have any. We're subpar at this game. So retrieve workers. 1, 2, 3. Dang, structure blocked. Yep. I could use my grande worker, but I didn't foresee all the wine. I mean, I didn't look ahead. Honestly, I just didn't look ahead enough to see that I would probably want that large structure. What did I do that was not great last turn? What did I waste my time with? I don't know what I did. Maybe I did okay. We'll find out. And then all these go away because that's no longer blocked. Okay, so we're already... we're nearing the halfway point of this game and we have no points. But I think we are going to change that soon. We want more wine orders, though. Anyway, let's go here. A medium seller's 4 lira. We have 4 lira. So we don't immediately need money. I'm going to take that point for my wounded pride. So we're going to do that. We literally get 1 point. So, hey, we're on the board already. So there we go. That was the benefit of taking that spot, is we get 1 point. Yeah. Looking to make sure I've done everything. Yep, so there we go. So let's flip this. Build 1 structure taken again. Dang it. Place, or that's irrelevant. That's for, so this automa is also made to accommodate the expansion if you choose to play with it. We're playing with the Essential Edition, which has a few elements of the Tuscany expansion, but not all of them. So some of these spaces it blocks are irrelevant, but it's made to be played with either the base game or the expansion. So the only thing we want is blocked, as is the way of the world. But that's okay. We got this big fella. Big fella, smash. So there we go. We can build a structure for 4. Let's do it. We want to build our medium cellar, which is this token. We'll put that here. And there we go. Now we have access to this new area. We can, you know, make better wine. That's the extent of what it is. We have 3 spaces. Do we want to do anything? We have no vine cards in our hand. Can we work with this field? Is this enough? Is 2 reds and 3 whites consistently enough grapes to fill any orders we might have later? I don't know. The answer is probably no, but we're going to work with it because this is the hand we've been dealt. Don't want to do anything else. Discard 2 or discard 1 wine, value 7 more. No, we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep those. I think we have nothing else we want to do at this stage. I think next stage we might have things we want to do. Hopefully. It won't be making wine. Oh, it won't be making wine now that I look. Unless we draw a nice wine card. Ugh. I know we're playing this game subpar. But I think we're going to roll with it. I think we're going to roll with it. Do we have anything that draws us wine card? We do have someone that draws us 2 wine cards, which is something. Maybe we'll be using that. But either way, we're continuing. So what happens is we draw a visitor card. We'll take a winner visitor. Just draw 2 or discard 1 wine and value 4 more to gain 3. We're getting a lot of like discard stuff to make victory points, which is useful. Later. That's a judge. That's not a judge. That's what's the president's name? Teddy Roosevelt? That's clearly Teddy Roosevelt, right? That's Teddy Roosevelt. He's a wine critic. Or he's a judge, a wine judge. So then we do this. Play. Oh, it's gonna, no! Okay, our plans are ruined. Is this the case? So it's gonna block the play a winter visitor option, and only the play a winter visitor option. So it's gonna ruin our plan of drawing additional wine orders at a good rate, but that's okay. I think we can make this work, because we will go here, which allows us to draw additional wine orders, and we'll spend one of these 2 bonus tokens we have to draw 2. And we're hoping, upon hope, that we get some wine we can fill. Oh, goodness. No, we didn't. These are all difficult. That's okay. Maybe we'll make use of them later. Maybe not. So we have made decisions. Okay. I'll hover them up so that you can kind of understand maybe the predicament I'm in. So, if you see in the top left of these cards, these are the wine orders we have. There we go. There we go, kind of. The pink ones are blushes, which are more difficult to make. We can make them now, actually. I'm glad I did that, because it gave me a second to focus on the task at hand. I can't do this. That's sparkling wine. Sparkling wine is difficult to make in this game. That's an 8 value. That's difficult. 2 and 4. This is in the cards maybe for the next time. But this blush is looking tempting. What we're going to do either way is harvest a field. We need more wine tokens, or more grape tokens. So we're going to go pick 3 grapes and 2 grapes. We're the worst wine pickers ever. And then do I want to make wine? We can make a blush at this point. Blush is in one of our orders, a 6 and a 5. It's worth 6 points, though. That's a lot of points. Yeah, I think we'll make wine. So we'll go up here and make up to 2 wine tokens. We'll keep this because it's... So what's going to happen is we're making a blush wine. You do that by combining 2 different grapes. So we're going to combine a red, and we're going to combine a white. It's a 2-value red and a 3-value white, which makes a 5-value blush. So we're into our medium cellar now. And then we're just going to go ahead and make this a 4 white. So we have a fair bit of wine laying around, but no one wants to buy it. It's not very good wine yet. Actually, we do have one order we could fill if we had the people, but we don't have them yet. So, and I believe you can overshoot it too. Can you overshoot it? I think you can give them better wine than they actually want, right? That's what I'm gonna assume for now. It's been, like I said, it's been about a year since I played, minus the test game yesterday. That didn't go well. So, we're done. Age, grape, and wine tokens. Look at all this. Bam, 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 bam. Or maybe not. Is it off camera? No, it's on camera. Bam. All that bead pushing action. So we have a fairly stocked cellar. In fact, we're broaching on our large cellar option. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it. We'll just continue playing for now. So, retrieve workers. We are now officially past the end stage, and we have 1 point on the board. But I think we're going to cascade into a few extra points soon. Bead movement is the game's key to victory. It is. We just slid a lot of beads. We slid 5 beads. All right, you go away. You go. Let's see what the Automa has decided we can't do. We can't play Winter Visitors. And we cannot sell a grape field or sell a field. I guess, is how I'm going to phrase that. So everything that's blocked is stuff I don't think we want to do. A lot of the stuff we want to do is next turn. I think I want to keep my Grande worker at least. Oh, we got to choose where we want to go here. Let's... Oh! Is that tempting? We've been ignoring this guy. This spot gives us 1 additional worker for that season. We can't plant anything else here. And it feels like it's too late in the game to really plant much else. It feels like it. This is our 3rd turn. No, this is our 4th turn. We have 3 more turns remaining. It doesn't feel... This is something that I'm... Like, this is only my 2nd time playing solo. It feels really difficult to work on more than 1 field. And that's probably key to winning, is measuring that and figuring it out. I'm not terribly efficient at doing that, though. But we'll go here for... The money? The money? Do I want the money? Do I need to buy a large cellar? I might need to buy a large cellar. Decisions. I can't do that without doing that. Let's just go here. And I'm probably going to make terrible decisions, but we're going to take a worker. So we're going to have a super turn and a bonus action. Yay. All right. Let's do it. So it is our turn to go. We're going to go... This is probably bad. We're operating a very shoestring winery. We're going to go here and sell another field. This is probably a terrible decision. I say that up front, but we're learning. So we're going to immediately make $6. We're selling so much land. This is not a winemaking game. This is a real estate development game. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to also take this worker and go here and build a structure. We're going to go ahead and build our large cellar. And we're going to hope we get some large wine orders later. We do have an 8-value white here for 4 points that requires a large cellar to use. It ages over 3 turns. 1, 2, oh. Would we get the chance? It doesn't matter. We made our decision. It's done. It's a done deal. We did it. There we go. So we've done it. We sold our field. I think that's going to be everything we do. So now we move on to the winter phase. Draw a visitor card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. We were supposed to have discarded some cards last turn. I'll just do that now. Let's get rid of you. Yes. Let's get rid of Teddy Roosevelt. Let's keep Teddy Roosevelt. We're going to get rid of the exporter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, we're back in the game. We have it's a maximum hand size of 7. I had a 9 cards, so we're good now. So we're continuing on. Now we draw a Winter Visitor. Mentor. All players may make up to 2. Well, I think this anything that references all players is irrelevant in this mode. I believe that's what I read. Lose 1 to train a worker or gain 1 for each opponent. That references opponents. I believe that's how it is well. Harvest of 2 fields or make up to 3 wine you may lose. All right, well, this is what we keep. I don't like it, but we got it. That's a legal card in this mode. So we're now in the winter phase. Let's see what is not an option for us. Playing a winter visitor is not an option, and selling wine is not an option. Did we use our Grande worker? We did. Wait. Oh, no, sell wine tokens is a Tuscany. So only 1 is... I was looking around like, where does it say sell 1 wine? Tuscany adds an additional board with additional actions, so we don't actually have to not do that. So we can't play visitors. I don't think we're going to do that anyway. First things first, with our 3 actions, let's harvest a field. We're going to need these later, I think, to make points. So we're going to immediately place a 2 here and a 3 here to harvest this field right here. We have a fair bit of wine, and we can actually fill an order now. I think it's looking a little, like, too little too late as far as winning goes. Do we have a blush? We do have a blush. Okay, actually, we actually have an okay thing we can do. Let's go here. Oh, it's not as efficient as I want, but we're going to make up to 2 wine tokens. So we're taking a 2 value red and a 3 value white, and we're going to make a 5 value blush. We're combining them and making a decent wine. And let's go ahead and can we do what I want to do? We can. I don't know if it's great, but we're going to do it. We're going to go here. Oh, we can only fill 1 at a time. So I thought maybe the bonus action was can you fill like 2 wine orders at once, and it is not. You just get a bonus victory point for doing it, which I'm tempted to do anyway because we're compounding. We have 2 of these bonus tokens now. I think I'm going to do it. So we're going to go here. We're going to spin 1 of these. Which is just worth a victory point now, which is probably not great, but we have another 1 banked already. So now we're at 2. We're going to fulfill this. We're going to fulfill this wine order for a reasonably expensive wine. It's a 6 blush and a 5 blush, which we have in our medium cellar that we sold land to make. So hey, there you go. So this is 6 points. That's not terrible. And now we actually have a decent, so this is also giving us 2 residual money. If you look at the bottom, it tells me it's worth 6 points. Oh, camera focus. I'll tell you, it's worth 6 points and 2 silver. So this goes here. We're going to get 2 money at the beginning of every round now for the 2 rounds we have left. But we do have points on the board. That's better than nothing. So we'll put that there. And we can actually fulfill another wine order next round, but it is only worth 3 points, which is like getting us to the not great territory. Oh, goodness. We're kind of in a pickle. But we've used our workers and we made our decisions, so we continue. Age, grape, and wine tokens. Bam, 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 bam. Our wine ages, we have no grapes. We used all our grapes in our mediocre turn. It seemed great at the time. We collect our workers. Where's the gray worker? He goes away. He was only for 1 round. And these blues that lock up stuff go away. There we go. Now we collect our 2 money. So we start this round with 2. They're paying us every year for the wine we gave them. Discard down to 7, which we actually have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we filled a wine order, so that got rid of 1 card in our hand. And now we continue to the next phase. So let's take our token. And I don't know if we need any... Do we need money anymore? We did a lot of selling of things. Does anything in our... These reference money? I don't know. We'll go here, I guess, to collect the money because it's something. We have 2 bonus tokens now. We collect 1 lira. We're at 3 lira. I'm seeing that we haven't made great decisions, but that's okay. And now we see what's blocked off. Give a tour to gain 2 money. We're not a touring winery. We're a no visitors allowed winery. So that's it. That's the only thing we can do is that the place that gives a tour, giving a tour gives money. Normally it gives money. Sometimes it can give victory points as well, but for us it does not because you have to build a specific structure to do that. So, what do we want to do? It feels a little late to make a field. And we couldn't make a field if we wanted. We have to buy it back with 6 money. Is everything going to be on the next phase? Uproot 1 wine or harvest a field. Sell at least 1 grape. Well, let's see, actually. Let's see what we got. Uproot 1 to gain 2 victory points. We have 1 more turn. We can save that for later. Is there anything we want to do this phase? I feel like this is terribly inefficient. But maybe there's just a lot of stuff maybe we can do next time. Build a structure. We have 3 lira. Irrigation. What gives us points? I'm looking at these little spots here. We can draw additional cards with the cottage, but the game is just about over. Tasting room lets us get victory points, but it requires 6 money, which we don't have yet. I mean, maybe some extra money will help us buy a tasting room to get 1 victory point next turn, but I don't think we want anything here. I think we're fine. I think we're going to continue. We're going to save all our workers for the next phase and hope we can... Because we have 4 wine tokens in our cellar. So we're going to bank on doing that. So we're going to draw a winter visitor. The bottler. Make up to 3 wine. Gain what is your... Well, we're not going to be doing that. So that's a useless card for us. But that's okay. Let's see this. We cannot train any workers, which we cannot afford to do anyway. So we're fine. Okay. We have 1 wine order we can fill right now for 3 victory points, but I think I want to try my luck at maybe getting... Our wine is relatively high value, medium value. So let's go here. Let's draw a wine card, and we're going to use one of our 2 bonus tokens to draw an additional wine card. We're going to hope that maybe we get something for higher wine values. 6 blush for 3 points, and a 5 red, and a 3 for 4 points. So these are roughly... Actually, this one gets us 1 more point, so... Whether it's good or not, I don't know. But either way, we're going to harvest a field at the very least. So we're going to put more of these tokens over here. We're making a 3 value white and a 2 value red. And I am feeling like I haven't had a sip of wine in a while. Oh, I drank the glass. I need to pour more. In 1 moment. Riesling. That's how you say that. Riesling. Not Riesling. I've been saying Riesling for years. It's Riesling. Okay. There we go. Okay, what did I do? I made wine. That's what I did. So let's go here and let's fill an order. I'm tempted to use this bonus. I can do it next turn. I have an order I can fill next turn, so I'll save it. I was tempted to use the token for the bonus victory point, but that's probably not terribly efficient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this order here with my 5 value red. And I'm overshooting it. I think I can do this. It requires a 3 value white, but I only have 5 and 6, and I'm going to fill it with higher. I want to say I can do that. That seems important enough to look. So let me look real quick at the fill. I feel like I remember that I can do this. It's been a while. So we're going to do that. We're giving them better wine than they asked for. Who would complain about that? For the same value. So we're filling an order, which gives us 4 victory points. And an additional 1 residual payment. That's what we're going to do. This other wine order isn't amazing. And that is terribly... The other one is terribly expensive. We don't have... Did we buy this large cellar? Yeah, we bought this large cellar, so it's going to age. Decisions. Okay, that's what we're doing. Make wine tokens. I think we need, like, an immediate infusion of additional wine. We're only going to win this game. We're at 12, and we need... I mean, let's be real. We're not going to win this game. But if a miracle happens, we need 8 points to win in 1 turn next round. We do have a few options. Like, we have some visitors that might help us. But either way, let's... hold on. Let's look... Before we make a final decision, let's look at our people. No, we don't want anything that makes us lose victory points. Go away. Discard 1 value, 4 more to gain 3 victory points. That's not bad. 3 victory points. Throw away wine. What a weird card. The order is only worth 3 victory points for 2. I think we save it. That's a good card for potentially next time, but let's make wine tokens for now. Because these grape tokens are not going to be serving us any purpose, I don't think, next time. So we have 4 wine tokens to turn into 6 points, but they're not terribly high value. Oh, actually, it's relevant to think about. Do we want to blush? Let's put them back. We had a 2 and a 3. Blush wine, you combine the 2 tokens into one, like, super token instead. We do have a 6 value here. Huh. I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to take this 2 and this 3, and we are going to take the same action. We're going to make a wine token, but we're going to make a 5 value blush instead. We'll see if that ends up being the best decision, but it's the decision we're going with. And that is the end of the round. We immediately make $3 because we have 3 recurring... I almost said recurring credits because I play a lot of Netrunner. We have 3 lira. And then, yeah, that's what we're going with. Are we good? Age grapes. We need to age all these. Bam, bam, bam. So they all age. They just aged into what can potentially be sold this turn, so we'll see how that goes. Discard down to 7 cards. I think we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we only have 7 because we filled a wine order, so we're fine. And we're fine. So we can collect our 4 workers. This is not going terrible. It could be going better, but it's not going terrible. We could be doing much worse. All right, we'll see how bad. So we go here. We immediately just we'll do that. We have no other option anyway. So we have this. We have 2 of these little bonus tokens left. So we do have a few things that will potentially help us get a little further. And we flip this. We cannot plant a field, but we probably wouldn't be doing that this turn anyway. In fact, oh, this one's blue. There we go. We're not going to be doing any planting anymore. This is the last year before... I don't really know why it's the last year. An asteroid's going to hit the Earth and blow up our winery anyway. So let's go ahead and go here, and let's play a visitor card. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. We have some options. Hold on a second. We're going to go here. We're going to go here, and we're going to spend a bonus token to play 2 visitor cards instead. So what we're going to do first is the planter. The planter says... uproot and discard 1 vine to gain 2 points. It's one of the 2 options on here. We don't need these. We're literally just saying, like, you know what, world's ending, whatever. So we're gonna immediately throw uproot and discard 1 card to gain 2 victory points. We're just gonna throw this away. We're saying we don't believe in wine anymore, and we're gonna gain 2 victory points immediately. That's what that card says. The second card we're playing is a wine critic. So this is an or. Draw 2 winter visitors or discard 1 wine of value 7 or more to gain 4 victory points. We have a white wine of value 7 in our thing. And as I look at our wine orders, we don't have anything that requires that 7. In fact, this 8 is the closest thing we had to it, and we can't fill it because we have no way of aging our tokens. So we're going to go ahead and just throw it away. We're throwing this 7 value white, if I read that card collector, wine valued 7 or more to gain 4 victory points. Yep, we're throwing it away to gain 4 victory points. Are we going to win? What is this nonsense? What is this? Oh my goodness, I haven't won a game in ages. All right, we've done this. We've been discarding cards over here, but it's fine. So we did that. That got us a lot of points, actually. We played 2 summer... We got really lucky drawing those 2 summer visitors earlier. That worked out. Okay. Now I think everything lies in the next phase. We don't get money from giving tours because we did not build a tasting room. There's no reason to draw any more vine cards because we're not replanting anything else. Sell a grape for a victory point. There's something else that gives us victory points next round, so I think we can wait on that. Yeah, let's... Next phase... Let's see. Oh, we have to choose one. We'll choose the winner because that's the only thing that's relevant now. Gain 1 money or draw 1 wine order and draw a wine order or make... Nope. It's garbage card, but that's okay. Let's flip this. Garbage for us. Make up to 2 wine tokens. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not making any more wine anymore. Anyway. Oh, goodness. Let's take another sip. Okay. So, what's going on? Oh, okay, yeah. We drew our card. We placed our thing. So, let's place our workers. Did we just win this game? Because look, follow me. We're going to just go here and fill a wine order. In fact, let's overkill it. We're going to spend this to get a victory point for doing so. We're going to look at our handy-dandy order. Oh, wait. Let's do math. Oh, no, it works. Okay. We need a 6 blush to get 3 victory points. We have exactly a 6 blush here. So we get 1, 2, 3, and then 1 for bonus. And we slap that token out of the way because we just passed it. With 2 meeples. I'm sorry, I used the blue. With 2 meeples remaining. What do we want to do? Let's style on this game. Let's get some. How can we get more points immediately? Let's just make it feel bad about itself, about its decisions in life. We can do actually one more thing. So we have a few winter visitors here that give us immediate points. I feel like I think I just got really lucky. I don't think I cheated. I feel like I got really... Like, there were some cards here that stacked really well in our favor. I'm going to immediately go here, and let's play the judge. Play a winter visitor. Discard a wine value of 4 or more to gain 3 points. Let's do it. We have a wine... It's our last wine in our storehouse, but it's we're going to throw it away to immediately gain 3 points. And we're at 25. And this worker, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to go dance naked in the field because we just won the game. So that's pretty good. I did not anticipate... I'm going to check, like... Twitch chat is not telling me I've done anything wrong. Is anyone yelling at me? No. I'm literally looking to make sure no one's like, hey, by the way, you cheated at part X, Y, or Z. But I don't see any of that either on Twitch or Facebook. So maybe I just won. It's shocking. Vic, hey, you know what? Yay me. Go me. Look at me. Hey, you don't know enough about the game to know I did nothing wrong. You know what? That's because I did nothing wrong. We're going to go with that. Just roll it. Yep. Well, I set aside time to play twice. What time is it? It's been 1 hour. Let's set up for one more. I set aside 2 because I figured I was going to lose both. But hey, look at me. I'm amazing. I should be making wine for a living. James did nothing wrong. Hashtag, you know what? That's what we're gonna assume. Let's reset. Let's go one more time. There's actually a way to make it more difficult. We just styled on this thing, so let's make it more difficult. We're gonna play something called the aggressive variance, which I did not anticipate doing, but it's a way to make it more difficult. What happens? It's called the aggressive variance. Instead of being a set point at 20, this is going to make points as it goes. It's going to start at year 1 at -1, and it's every year the game is going to make points. So not only, what I did last game was I was at 0. Ooh, I just threw the rulebook across the room on accident. So I hope I don't have to consult. I actually need that. All right. So last way, I won last game. It's still set up, but I did it in a way that would not win this round. What I did was I was at here. Well, that's not me. I was here pretty often. Like, I was here for the first 3 turns, and then I was building up. And then my build-up benefited me, and I started to build a significant amount of points turn to turn, especially in the last turn. For this mode, I can't do that. I have to keep pace with the game, because instead of being a checkpoint here, the game is going to be making points every round. And if ever the turn ends and the game has surpassed you, ties are okay, you're still in the game, but if the game has surpassed you, you're immediately over. It's actually a good mode to play here, because I try and stream for 2 hours, and it's been 1 hour and 15 minutes, so the game will probably kill me before the game's over. Kill me, it's a little mafioso vineyards. It will make me go bankrupt. They'll put me out of business. So, Greens return. We need new mamas and papas. We got to consult the Tom Hiddleston deck again. Let's shuffle up some cards. Those go back here. I apologize if the camera goes focusing in and out as I put things away back where they go. How is everyone doing? Is everyone enjoying their Friday evening so far? Is it Friday? It is Friday. The days are very much blending together. Yeah. Times are weird. Okay. Blues off the board. We no longer have a trellis. These are no longer sold. Hey, our land rematerialized. Let's shuffle, because we're literally just going to draw everything we just drew. I forgot it was Friday, and I've only had 1 day off. That's right, you're an essential worker. I missed Thursday night game night, though. Yeah. If anyone's watching, we have a Discord server. I keep phrasing it. I probably don't need to. I don't know. Maybe everyone who is watching has been here before. We are a board game cafe. It is currently closed, so it's a very elaborate office for me, I guess. But we have a Discord game night on Thursday night, and someone is saying that they missed Thursday night game night, and I miss it too. I got to game vicariously through people playing board games here. But I get to play them alone in a room on Friday evenings. So we take what we can get. We take our lemons, and we make lemon wine. Shuffle up. We are almost done. No, we're not, because I'm going to have some more wine. Sip some more. Oh, wow, I'm drinking a little too much of this. Goodness, that's good. I like it. Snoqualmie. Oh, goodness, that's probably something Native American. I just butchered it because I'm terrible at things. You tell. I don't know. What do you think? How do I say this as I hold the camera up to people that can't do anything but type the word back to me? I don't know how to say it. Whatever. All right, let's shuffle this up. Let's put our bonus tokens back. We need glass beads over here to stand for our bonus tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We are setting up for one final round of solo viticulture with the aggressive variant. So instead of starting at 20, it starts at -1 right here. But it's going to be making points as the game goes on. So I'll see how we do. We start one above it at 0. We need mamas and papas back. So every game we start with like a different set of starting resources. Based. This is Tom Hiddleston. Who would this be? I feel like this is oh, what is her name? She's very, man, what has she been in? She's very, oh, she was the Snow Queen. That's one thing she was in. The Snow Queen in Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. She's a very famous actress. She's been in much more than that, but that's the extent. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Someone tell me in 30 seconds, maybe. This is clearly Tom Hiddleston. That's who that is. But this is that actress. I'm not going to pull out my phone and look it up. But that's clearly who. Swinton. Tilda Swinton. This is Tilda Swinton, who is our mother. This is Tom Hiddleston, who is our father, which is why we can afford to have a winery. So, Tom Hiddleston gives us that. Tilda Swinton gives us that. There we go. All right. We start with 2 workers, as is the usual from Mama. And a vine token, or a vine card. Oh, goodness. That's a difficult one. And then 2 winter visitors. So Papa gives us either a medium seller to begin with and 3 money, or a grande worker and 4. I feel like the grande worker was absolutely essential to winning last round. We would not have won that game without the grande worker. I don't know. Is there a way to get the grande worker without the Papa card? I need the grande worker. This would have to be very... if this said... Because the vine card I just drew requires an irrigation. If this had an irrigation and 3 money, or maybe more like 5 money to be fair, I might be tempted. But no. I feel like the default is just the Papa. And 3 money. Which is actually better than the last one. Didn't the last one give us 2? I don't remember. Anyway. There we go. There we go. Mom and Papa have given us what we need. We have our cards. We begin. So first let's take our little rooster dude. So one thing I enjoy is the tokens are actually like, this is choosing your spot as far as where you, in a non-solo game, it would be choosing the order with which you go. So it's simulating waking up, and it's a rooster token. Isn't that fun? We're going to go here. We're now going to collect that vine card. Wow, we're going to be doubling down on white wines, apparently. We really need a red. But that's what we got. Bonus token. And we begin. So let's see what we can't do. We cannot play winter visitor cards or sell our field. That actually worked out in our favor last time. I was like worried we were burning through our resources, but we won the game with 1 field. Maybe that's what you have to do. Just maximize the use of 1 field because you don't have enough time to do more than that. But it's taking away the spot for us, so it's irrelevant. Let's go here. This Sauvignon Blanc is what we're going to say. Requires us to have the irrigation option, which we're going to go ahead and get, I think. Do I want that? Oh, man, actually, that's an expensive grape. Let's go here first. We're going to draw vine cards, and we're going to immediately use our bonus token for additional options. It's going to draw us 2 instead of 1. This is going to give us more options as far as what grapes we plant, because I feel like we need more options. That's better. I think that's better. We're going to go with better. We have a Pinot grape. That's pretty useful, actually. Seems rare. This is both a red and a white. It's only a one of each, but I think that's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. So I like that the one we drew, but we do need a structure to do it. So I think our turn is written out for us. I think. We're gonna do this. We'll do it. We need a trellis. We'll do it. All right, we'll go here. We'll build a structure. So we're gonna build a trellis with 2 of our lira, our starting money. Let's put our trellis out, and now we have the option to plant. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd kept... I would want to plant 2 things this turn, but that's okay. We use our bonus token. So we'll go here, and we'll plant this Pinot in our 5-value field. So we have some grapes planted first round. Oh, man. I really want a worker, though. It's all right. Decisions were made. We already won once, so this is just, whatever. We really need victory points, actually. Oh, well, whatever. We're done. All right. The first year is over, so we continue. Well, first we have to choose one of these cards. We'll go with a summer visitor. Broker. Pay 9 money. Let's just not even read the rest. Or lose 2 to gain 6. Okay. All right, let's reset, I believe. Age grapes. We have no grapes. Collect residual payments. We have none. Discard down 7. We're actually getting close to that. We have 6, but we're fine for now. And continue. So we reclaim our workers. These go away. We get our handy dandy rooster back, and let's figure out what we want to do. We need to start going. We need to build some momentum. Oh, this happens. It's year 2. This is at 1. So we need to make 1 point this round, or we lose the game. Already. Well, that's something, isn't it? We could go here to claim a victory point, which would keep us in at least 1 more year. But I think we can get it. Oh, we would be using the bonus token. We'll do that. We'll just do it. Man, this seems really inefficient. It seems super inefficient. There's not a lot of ways to get victory points. I need to make a decision. But let's let the wine help us. We're not drinking it. That's going to be our last glass. We've had enough. So let's, man. We need 1 more victory point next round, right? Yeah, we need it next year. So we're going to go here and claim the worker. We're going to try and, build up an early lead. Where did I throw the worker? Here he is. So this is by going here, we get a bonus worker for 1 turn. We're going to go here and we're going to try and build an early lead. We're fine for now. We're going to need when does it actually do this? This is relevant, isn't it? At the beginning of each year. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to need that point this round. I have a way to get a point. It's not going to be the most amazing way, but let's just do it now. First, let's have the automa tell us what we can't do. Build 1 structure. It's a little unfortunate. I was considering it, but I think we're fine for now. Because what we're going to prioritize first is going here. We're going to sell at least 1 grape or sell 1 field. We're going to sell our max value. We're going to sell off our field just like we did last time because, hey, we won last round. We're going to immediately make 7 money. But more importantly, we're going to spend that bonus token to get 1 point. We're going to remain in the game and not immediately lose. So, bam. We get 1 point because that's the bonus for selling a field. So we get money, which I think this is an action we wanted either way, but we also stay in the game. We also are going to plant something. It's just a matter of what. We don't have very high value things, and we just use our bonus token. Our bonus token would let us plant an additional, potentially 2 wine cards, which we have and we could do. We don't have enough. We have no wine orders as well. It's rough. Let's look at our things. Pay 3, no. Well, we do have extra money now, actually. We have a total of 8 money. That's not bad. The build structure is taken. We could make... Actually, I think I know what we're going to do with that money. We're going to make a worker in the winter phase, which gives us more options. So, let's plant. I think that's relevant. I think we want... Well, it's definitely relevant. We need to plant stuff. It's a toss-up as far as what we want. We have no wine orders, and it's a red and a white. We're drinking white, so let's go with the white. So we have a Malvasia and a Pinot planted in our field. We have 2 workers remaining for next phase, and I think that's exactly what we need to do what we want. So we'll continue on. Let's take a summer visitor, because that summer visitor, I think the summer visitor, well, both visitors won us the game, but pay up to, that's irrelevant. Anything that references opponents, you discard and keep drawing, because there are no opponents. All players may build 1 structure at a 2 discount. Nope. References opponents. It continues to reference them. Move to an empty row on the wake-up chart, take the bonus, and then pass to the next season. This is interesting. Things that manipulate the track, I feel like that might not be allowed either, because that's, well, at the very least, it's going to make me lose track of things. Plant 1, you may plant it on a field. Okay, good. There we go. We got something we can use. It actually might be relevant. That's not a bad card. This lets us plant a vine on a field, even if its total now exceeds the max value. That could be relevant because we're going to make this 5-value field work in our favor as much as possible. So being able to plant like a little extra on there could be relevant, assuming we remain in this game. We're not making many points to begin with, so we'll see how it goes. We got that because we proceed to the next phase. So let's see what is not available to us. Wow, that is unfortunate. This is blocking the pay 4 to train a worker, which we have a Grande worker left, which is definitely what we're going to do. We're just going to do that immediately. So let's go here. Grande worker goes here. We're paying 4 of our 8 money to train a worker. We need additional options. This guy stands off to the side. We're going to put him over here because we don't get him this round. We get him next round. And we have 1 more worker. I think we're going to harvest a field to make some wine tokens. That is what we're going to do. So let's go here. We're going to harvest our field and make a 2-value white grape and a 1-value red grape because of our Malvasia and our Pinot that's planted there. So there we go. And I believe we're done. We age grapes. We now have things to age. So our grapes festering out in the field get a little better. Retrieve workers. These come back. We'll have this guy fall into our available worker pool. So now we have 4 workers instead of just 3. Collect residual payments. We have none because we're not great at winemaking. Discard down to 4. We have 6. We're good. Or discount down to 7. We have 6, so we're fine. And then continue. So these go away. This fella goes away. And the game gains 1. We're in year 3. So we're tied. We're not losing, but... oh, wow. Next year, it's going to go up to 4. So we need to find a way to make 3 points immediately. That sounds difficult. One way we can do it is potentially... We have no wine yet, but we could later. So let's go here, and let's draw a wine card. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hope we get a wine order that we can fill... Oh, wow. That's not happening anytime soon. What we just drew is a sparkling wine. Do you see the flute glass below the 2 that says 8? This is difficult. This is not something that's going to happen immediately. But we tried. Okay. Well, that's what happened. So we continue. The Automa is going to tell us things we can't do. We cannot draw vine cards. That's okay, because we have bigger problems to deal with. Other than vine cards. We have 4 people this round, so that's something. We went up from 3 to 4. We're going to finish off our glass of wine now. Maybe it will give us the courage and the wine knowledge ability to persevere. Let's go here. I think. Is that wise? We can immediately make an infusion of money, but I don't know if it's relevant right now. Like, the problem right now is we will lose at the start of next round if we don't make 3 points this round. Let's go here and plant a field. We'll plant a red. So this is not a terrible field anymore. It's worth 2 red and 2 white. That's getting us something. I think I have an emergency button in my hand if I see no way to get points that I don't want to do. Oh, can I actually? Ah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it because it's the only way to stay alive. We'll go here. We're going to sell another field. We're also going to spend our bonus token to get a victory point. That may become relevant because I'll just show you now. I have an assessor. So I can gain 1 money for each card in my hand or discard my entire hand to gain 2 victory points. That's what that fella does. I don't want to do this. What I'm hoping to do is draw a wine. I'm going to attempt to draw a wine card. And if it's something... Oh, wait. That's irrelevant. I would need more actions to do this. We've done it. We've signed our fate. Once my hand leaves the meeple, it's done. Whenever... That's how I'm gonna play it anyway. Immediately make 6 money. I'm gonna die wealthy at least. I'm gonna have lots of money when I lose. We continue to winter phase. We hope we draw into something very helpful. Yeah. Let's get a winter visitor. Discard 2 visitor cards to gain 2. That's better. This assessor says discard your entire hand to gain 2 victory points. This fella says discard 2 visitor cards to gain 2 victory points. That's not as bad. That would keep us in the game. So, I think we have a way to remain in the game. Let's see what we can do for now. Oh, it's painful. We need to... well, let's play it turn to turn. I'm tempted to harvest a field. Because I have a relatively... Well, my reds weren't great. I can make wine... And I have to play one of those to continue to be in the game. So one of these workers is already... Oh, I didn't actually do this to see what I can't do. I can't... Well, I can't play some visitor cards, but I have my Grande worker, so that's fine. I didn't use him last round, or last season. Do I harvest or do I make wine? I think I make wine. I want to harvest. I want to do both, but I need to make 3 points this round, otherwise, or 2 more points this round, otherwise I'm immediately out of the game. Because this... game is going to make 3 points this round, and I have to remain tied with it or exceed it round to round, otherwise I immediately lose. So I don't think I have many options. The question is whether I harvest or make wine. To remain in the game, I need to have wine orders to fill. I have no wine orders I can fill right now, so I'm going to make wine tokens. I feel like I do. These are not going to age well. It's all right. It's all right. And we're going to go here, and we're going to play this. This turn is somewhat written for us, I think. Oh, how much money do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to play the benefactor. Discard 2 visitor cards to gain 2 victory points. Because we need to stay alive. I don't really want to do this because these are not terrible cards. But we're doing it. We're discarding 2 visitors to immediately gain 3 points. Or where was I? Yeah. Right? Yeah, okay. So we hit the emergency button because we had to. It wasn't the worst emergency button. We drew a better emergency button that didn't make us discard our entire hand, which is what the other one did. So, that's it. We age our wine. We have a small cellar, so we can't do anything better than garbage box wine right now. So our white token can't age anymore. We're stuck there because we make terrible decisions. Retrieve workers. Collect residual payments. We have not filled a single wine order, so we have no residual payments. These go away. We discard down to 7. We just discard a lot of cards to just stay alive, so we're fine in that regard. Let's figure some stuff out with this thing. I need to build a medium cellar to remain in this game. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is year 4. So this token immediately comes up here. So we're still in the game. The moment the blue token exceeds... the green, we lose, but we're fine for now. We're hanging on by a thread. Okay. What do I want to do? The victory point is tempting because the game is going to collect 4 more points and go up to 8 next round. So I need to make 3 points this round. I have a lot of emergency buttons that they're very expensive and they're things I don't want to do. They actively get in the way of winning the game. But I don't think I need the... Hold on, how much money? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 money. Yeah, that's irrelevant. I will take the victory point. Because I think... Because I'm floundering, honestly, is the answer. But I'm going to take the victory point. All right, because now we need to make 2 more this round to remain in the game, which isn't impossible. In fact, I have a way to make 3 victory points with the broker, but it gives up all of my money. I literally pay 9 money to make 3 victory points, but I need that money to make a medium seller, which I have to do this round. First, let's do this and see what we can do and can't do. I cannot buy and sell a field. I've already sold all my lands, so it doesn't matter. And I can't plant vines, which I wasn't going to do anyway. So this is taking up... Oh, those are mine. I blame the wine. There. So I wasn't going to do those things anyway, so I think I'm fine in that regard. I can play this lady and pay 9 money, but I'm not going to do that. I think if I do that, I'm falling into a trap of just losing later. And I think I have to try and like bank on the chance that I can continue if I draw a decent wine card. So I'm going to go here instead and build a structure. I'm going to pay 4 money to build a medium cellar. Here we go. So now I have, I'm going to have to fill these wine tokens, so I don't know if it's relevant. But I can age wine beyond Franzia garbage box wine now. I can make somewhat better wine. Is that everything I'm going to do this phase? I'm not going to play a visitor card. I've decided that I'm either going to get ahead this round or I'm going to lose this round. That's the decision I've made because I'm sort of scrambling and giving up all my resources to make points just to stay in when I think I need to take a risk. This assessor is looking... Oh, actually, I still have this winter visitor. Discard your entire hand to get 2 victory points. So that is an emergency button that would... Yeah, that would keep me alive one more round if I have to. I hope I don't have to use it. I don't want to. But we're fine. So I think that's everything we want to do this round. We want to draw wine cards and find something to fill so we don't have to use our emergency buttons and can try and continue to build a relatively stable board state. That's what we're going to go with. So we continue. Next phase. Let's draw a winter visitor. What's this fella do? Age all wine in your cellar twice or pay 3 to upgrade your cellar to the next level. That might be nice. We get a large cellar at a 3 gold discount. A 3 lira discount. And then we see what we can't do. We cannot dry... Oh, wow. All right, I think we just lost. Now I'm going to show you why. The 2 things that just got blanked, like that we can't do, are draw a wine card, or draw a wine order and fill a wine order. So we cannot draw orders or fill orders. Bam, bam. We have 1 grande worker, so we can take one of those 2 spots, but not both. We didn't lose because we have our stupid panic button. So never mind, we didn't lose, but we did just lose a lot of resources to remain in the game, is how I see it. Because we cannot draw the wine order, or we could, but then we couldn't fill it anyway. I think because we have our panic button, ooh, if I draw the wine order, I have to discard it because our panic button makes us discard all our cards. So that's irrelevant too. All right, let's just try and make resources then. We're going to go here and harvest a field. We're going to harvest this field here. That gives us 2 reds and 2 whites. Yeah, there's no reason to use our bonus token there. So we at least have some wine on the board. We will... Do we want to make wine tokens? Yeah, it'll age. It'll age. We have money enough to make a worker, too, which is tempting. Huh. But I think we'll make the tokens for now. Because we'll convert this here and this here. Or I can make a blush now, which I'll do. Because the odds of... We're going to... So we have 2 red and 2 white. We can combine them to make a blush 4. Is the way this works. So we'll do that. Because we don't know what wine order we'll fill whenever we finally get to draw a wine order. And then we'll go here. We have to play this, unfortunately. We're playing the Assessor, which says, gain 1 lira for each card in your hand, or and we're using that ore, discard your entire hand to gain 2 victory points. So this is the panic button that we didn't want to hit. To remain in the game and not immediately lose. We no longer have a hand, but we gained 2 points. There we go. We're at 8 points. We have a bonus token. We have some wines, so we'll see. Things look rough. Okay. Aged grape tokens. The one advantage we have going forward is we have a relatively stocked cellar. We have a 4 red, a 4 white, and a 5 blush. It's not amazing, but it's something if we draw a decent order. Retrieve workers. There we go. These guys go away. They're no longer bothering us. Collect residual payments. We have none because we've been literally blowing our cards away to remain alive. Rotate. We don't have to do that. So let's assign this somewhere. I really need... What is this? This is discarded as well. We don't have any wine orders. I really need wine orders, which I don't have. I'll go here, and I will take a winter visitor. And the reason I'm doing that is because sometimes these winter visitors will give you a sudden infusion of wine cards. That's what I'm banking on. That is not it. Harvest up to 3 fields. If you harvest 3 fields, gain 2. Literally useless because we've sold all of our land. So we drew a card we cannot use, as is typical. We have 2 bonus tokens. Let's see how this went. So at the start of the round, this went up to 8. This is year 5. It's a tie game. Next round, it is going to get up to 13. So what we need is a miracle to remain in this game. And I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll play as if it will. Basically, what has to happen, and I don't know if we even have the wine to pull it off, we have to top deck from this deck an amazing wine order that we can immediately fill with no interference from the Automa deck to even survive to the next round. That's a lot of not likelies. But we'll play as if we have a chance. So I could build it. I have a lot of money. How do I leverage this money into points? I could buy a tasting room and then give a tour, which would net me 1 point because I have wine in my cellar. Then I have 2 remain. I think I have a path. I have a path to having a chance, which isn't ideal. But I think I have to do it because I need a way of generating points to my... Even though I only have 2 points, I have a lot of difficult decisions to make. But these aren't great options. I'm looking at my things. I have no cards in hand. I have no things to plant. I'm going to do this. So we're going to go here and we're going to build a structure. I'm going to spend all of my money. The 6 lira I got from selling Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton's fields. And I'm going to buy a tasting room, which is this. The reason I'm doing this, I will show now. The tasting room, whenever you give a vineyard tour, and if you have at least 1 wine in your cellar, gain 1 victory point, maximum 1 per year. So I'm going to go here and give a tour. Giving a tour of your vineyard nets you 2 lira from the eager people wanting to see your vineyard on fire and slowly going out of business. And I gain 1 victory point. And the reason I'm doing this is because I do not believe I will draw a wine card that will get me 5 that I can fill. 4 I have a chance of. That's the reason I'm doing something that seems inefficient, because I will be out of the game unless I generate 5 points this round. And I think I only have a chance at 4, assuming the wine I have available even fills the order. That's what we're assuming. So we continue. Let's draw another winter visitor. Make up to 2 wine of value 4 or greater if you have an upgrade your cellar. That is irrelevant to me because I have no grapes. So let's see what we can't do. We can't play winter visitors. That's fine. I'm okay with that because my winter visitors are literal garbage people that serve me no purpose. So now we pray. What we're going to do is we are going to assign 1 worker to the draw wine orders. And we're also going to use one of our 2 bonus tokens remaining to make that 2. We need to draw A reasonable wine. So we have a 4 value red, a 4 value white, and a 5 value blush. We're drawing 2 wines, and we need something decent. Okay. We are still in the game. And I will now show you why. This is irrelevant. This is an 8 value white, which we can't fill. However, we have a 4 value red and a 4 value blush. I blame the wine. I've been drinking wine. Is there any left? No. Okay. So, we're in the money. Let's go here. We're going to fill a wine order, which is going to be this one. Paying our 4 red and our 4 blush. Our 5 blush. We're overpaying. To gain 4 victory points immediately. And 1 residual thing. So we finally are on the board. Where's my little wine token? Here we go. 1 residual lira. And we're also going to go ahead and pay our bonus token. Is that a good idea? No, it'll still be there next turn. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, we could spend this bonus token for an additional bonus. How much? Let's see. It's relevant how much this is going to have. So it's going to have 13, which we're still tied. So the next round is, ooh, what? Oh, I see. That's right. Okay. What? Hold on a second. At the beginning of each year, place the Automa VP marker at the position of the VP track. Make sure that you end the year ahead. Okay, so never mind. I've been playing 1 turn ahead of it. I have to be at the end of the turn caught up with it. So I've been playing a little more aggressively and worryingly as I thought. I thought if this ever surpassed me, I was out. And instead, the aggressive variant says, make sure that you end the year ahead of this number. So I'm okay, actually. I mean, I think I won't be soon because I'm going to peter out because I spent a lot of resources attempting to stay ahead when I didn't need to as aggressively as I thought. But decisions were made, and I don't think they were terrible. We'll see what happens. Either way, we continue. We age our wine first. So we now have a 5 value white. We retrieve our workers. There we go. Collect residual payments. Hey! We get $1. A lira. Discard down to 7 cards. We threw our hand away to stay alive, so we're fine. Rotate. There's no first counter, so these go away as well. And we continue. We choose a money or a nothing. Let's go with the money. Those are the remaining options for our bonus tokens. We have 4 money. We have our 4 people that I threw in. There we go. Available workers. We have a tasting room, which is not irrelevant. We need to make 7 points in the next 2 rounds, and we only have 1. Ooh. We only have 1 wine token of 5, so things aren't looking great. I think I'm going to go. I mean, this is probably going to be a trap. They're giving tours for 1 point, but I'm going to fall into the trap because that's what I do. So I'll gain 2 and I'll gain a victory point. So we'll try and remain in the game. I think I'm going to save these 3 for later. Oh, yeah, I did have a wine, so I can do that for the 1 victory point. I think I'm going to... Oh, we didn't move this up. This moved up to 13. Yeah. There we go. So, I think that's everything we're going to do this season. A lot of the stuff that's relevant for us now is next season, where we're trying... I mean, we got really lucky, actually, last round, drawing a wine we could actually fill. That's unlikely to happen again, but we're going to at least make wine. We're going to attempt to make wine, depending on if the game lets us. I think we're done. So, we continue. I keep falling into these winter cards, but maybe a summer card would actually be nice, because I'm finding I don't have as much to do here. Let's see what we get. No, I don't like it. Draw 1. Well, actually, draw 1 and plant up to 1. We have... No, this field isn't full yet. It's not good, but it's at least not completely irrelevant. And then we see what the Automa says we can't do. Oh, we got a free turn to do whatever we want. The Automa was only Tuscany thing, so we don't have the Tuscany board. Build 1 structure or give it to... Yeah, we can't do that in the Tuscany. I guess the Tuscany board gives you a tasting room during the winter phase. We don't have that. So, we continue. We have 3 spots and all the board remaining for us. Let's go here. I think we're going to mad draw into the wine deck again and pray. Yeah. We don't lose this round. So if we build resources, we can hope for an explosive round next. So we're going to do that, and we're going to draw 2. That is not amazing. We drew a 6 and a 5 blush. This is never getting filled, I don't think. This would require 4 wine tokens, and we have no way of generating 4 wine tokens, absent some help from something else. So this is not going to happen. This has a chance of happening. In fact, it's highly likely that we can do this, but it's not going to generate enough points to win the game for us. But that's what we got. Either way, we might take another stab at drawing through that deck in a mad dash style to try and get some stuff. But either way, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to harvest a field, which is going to generate 2 and 2. This is actually not bad. This field isn't terrible. Making a 2-value red and a 2-value white every turn you're allowed to harvest seems okay in this solo player variant. I think we immediately make that into wine. Do we? I think we do. Do we? I can blow this for a victory point. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. So we're going to do that. We're going to immediately spend this for a victory point. So we need to generate 5 next turn. Wait, no, what am I doing? I can't fill... Do I have a... No, I do have a wine order. I don't have a wine order to fill. What am I doing? I'm lying. I can't do anything I've just said I can do. I blame the wine. What I was doing was making tokens. So we're going here and here. That is the legal move I was doing. I wasn't using this, so we're still at 14, but that's fine. That's everything. We age our grapes. So we have a 6-value white, a 3-value red, and a 3-value white. We retrieve our workers. Come back. Collect residual payments. We do actually have 1 residual payment. So we get our 1. This. We have a stockpile of money. Last turn, or we discard that card this game. We discarded it this game. Oh, wow, I wish I still had that. The broker that we discarded said pay 9 to immediately collect 3 points. We're going to have 9 next round. So I am extremely sad I had to throw that card away. But that's life. And then we continue. So this rooster immediately goes here. This is the last round of the game. We lose unless we make, or we tie if we make 20. We lose if we do not make any more than 20. So we get the bonus with no benefit. And we see what we're not allowed to do. This immediately goes to 20, right? Yeah. So now, the blue has surpassed us. We have until the end of this turn to meet this to tie or surpass it to win. See, our luck is... Viticulture is off the board. That's really bad. That was our way to make 1 point. 1 point seems useful right now. In fact, I'm tempted to use my Grande worker to do it anyway, just to spite the color blue and to gain my 1 point, but it may not be wise. I feel like that might have actually ruined us. And I'm not being dramatic when I say that, because we had a... Oh, we're at 14? I thought we were at 15. Never mind. I thought we were at 15. Never mind, the math doesn't add up anyway. The reason why I'm tempted to use my Grande worker is because that puts us at 15. 15 is in potentially spitting distance of a few wine orders if we use our one of our last bonus tokens to collect a victory point. Here's... Okay. Ugh, things are not looking great. We don't have a way of leveraging all this money we're making. I feel like giving a tour is wasted on making points. But the name of the game is getting 6 more points. That is 1 point. Filling a wine order, we can use a bonus token to get 1 additional point. If we get a wine order, we can use. But if the Automa deck blocks the draw wine cards, we literally immediately lose the game. I feel like we sit on it. I don't feel like we give that tour. Let me look at my people. Reaper's useless. I'm looking at my cards. That's useless. Yeah. Alright, all of our cards are useless as far as helping us when the game goes. I think we're going to call this summer season a wash, and we're going to put all our hopes and dreams on the winter season. Is that what we're going to do? Oh, no analysis paralysis for me. We're going to continue. We're going to stop it, and we're going to continue. So we're choosing a winter visitor. That's interesting. Jack of all trades. Choose 2. Harvest 1 field, make up to 2 wine, or fill 1 wine order. That's pretty useful. That condenses basically 1 worker into 2 actions, which, where we are right now, that card might actually serve a purpose. But first, let's see what we can't do anyway. Harvest a field is off the table, which might have been important, but our Jack of all trades card we just drew might help us. So either way, let's go to the hopes and dreams first. We have to go here. We're immediately using a bonus token because we're going to try and cycle through that deck and draw into something we can fill worth 4 points. We need at least 4. That's not great. It is 4, but it's not going to help us. Wow. That's not great either. I don't like it. Decisions were made and they were bad ones. Ugh. Oh, I hate it. Oh, whatever. All right, let's go here. Let's play our Jack of all trades. So we're going to attempt to make some... we're going to attempt to get as close as we can to that blue token. Harvest 1 field, make up to 2 wine, or fill 1 wine order. We'll harvest a field, which is this one. Going to make us that and that. I think we're going to neglect to make the wine, because if we actually take the action, we'll get a bonus point. So we'll instead make up to 2 wine. We'll slide those over there. I don't think this matters, but we'll do it. Wait, hold on. Can we make a blush? We can. Is that going to help us? No, it doesn't. But it looks prettier. So we'll make the blush instead, because I think it's irrelevant. All right. That's action number 1. Action number 2 of the winter phase is we're going to fill a wine order, but we're going to cry. Let's make sure we don't have any tricks first. Irrelevant. 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 Yeah. The Jack of all trades was good, but that was the best chance we had. Let's discard them. So, we don't win currently. We can... Is there an option? Is there a space to draw? No, there isn't a space to draw a winter visitor. Never mind. Why did I think you could draw a winter visitor? You can't, so that's gone too. Well, we'll just do what we can. Let's go... Oh, I don't think we have any magic tricks to save this. We should have given that tour, is what it boils down to. The decisions we made were bad ones. We should have said, you know what, let's give that tour. Let's let those people step all over our property and give us $2 and give us a victory point. A victory point which would have won us the game. That's going to be really frustrating if it would have. No, it would have gotten us a little closer, but it would not have won this game. Let's do what we can. Let's going to fill this wine order, which is going to be this one. A 2 red and a 4 white is the best we can do among what we have. This would be better, but we need slightly more red. This requires 5 red. And we only have a 4 blush, which is completely irrelevant. This is the only order we can use. We have no workers or no cards, no summer visitors or winter visitors that will age our grapes for us. I'm just looking at the board to make sure I'm not missing any tricks. The cottage would have been useful looking in hindsight, but that doesn't matter. We're going to fill this order. 2 red and a 4 white. For 3 points, we're going to use our bonus token immediately to gain an additional 1. So that's going to be 4 points. There we go. And we have 1 more worker left. This worker has no way of getting us 2 points to tie the game up. So I think he's going to go... he's going to break the rules and just walk over here and drink from the product and cry because we just lost the game. That's what he's going to do. We can't win. He's going to the Mercado to buy himself a bottle of Riesling wine and drink it and cry into his glass because he lost his game at Viticulture. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to give one last glance at the board state to make sure I'm not missing anything. But I'm not. So, Irrelevant. Can't use it. Can't use it. Can't use it. Can't use it. Yeah, we lost. But hey, we won one. We won one of our 2 games of Viticulture, which was surprising. The first one we won fair and square, and this one we actually got in spitting distance of at least tying. Assuming I played everything correctly. We lose, though, this round. That's okay. Any solo game worth its salt, you shouldn't win every time, right? And that is Viticulture. That was 2 games. That was fun. I actually enjoyed that. I really liked this game. I've not played it solo before. Last night I played a test round of this and I lost. Just so I would have like at least a semi-familiarity with the solo rules before I went over here, so I wasn't stumbling over everything. But I quite enjoy this game when it's not the solo variant. I mean, I enjoyed this as well, but what I've played before is not a solo game, I quite enjoyed. This is probably my favorite Stonemaier game. Stonemaier, if you are not familiar... So, Wingspan is a board game that Stonemaier recently put out that is by far probably... I would say by far at this point. Before it would have been Scythe by far, but I think Wingspan is probably the most popular game they have. Scythe is a clear second, and I don't know at that point what's third, maybe Tapestry. But I think this is probably my favorite, and I don't know why. 100%. It just feels fun for 1. I really like worker placement too, and I think it just surprised me with its theme for 3. Is that 3? That's 3. I'm going to clean this up, but it's a little bit of an extensive cleanup, so I'm just going to do that off camera rather than the way I usually do. Yeah, hey, look, we played 2 hours of Viticulture. This was fun. I don't know what I'm going to play next round. I think I might try and keep the alcohol theme going. If you happen to be watching and you haven't played before, I played Coffee Roaster 2 Fridays in a row. I'm trying, for a little while at least, until I can reopen, to stream a solo game from here every Friday. The first 2 Fridays, which were the 2 weeks prior to this, I played Coffee Roaster, both of them. And I drank coffee while playing Coffee Roaster with like Bailey's and other, St. Frangelico hazelnut liquor and stuff like that added to it. I'm basically drinking stuff that I can't sell that I've ordered recently. Today it was wine. And then next time I'm considering, and I only say considering for now, Feast for Odin. Features mead, which we sell, or we don't sell because we can't sell it right now, but we have here. We have a pile of mead. So I might play Feast for Odin and drink a few glasses of mead with that. We also have Heaven and Ale, which clearly has a beer in the name right there. Heaven and Ale doesn't have a natural solo mode. It doesn't have one that was made by the developers of the game themselves, but it does have a very well-regarded fan-made solo mode that I only recently stumbled across by recommendation from someone. It was a kind soul on either Facebook or Reddit that said the solo mode for Heaven and Ale represents one of his favorite solo games. So I might look into that too. Either way, both of those are heavy games, so I'll have to kind of look and see what looks interesting. But I'm babbling, and I have things to clean up. And dishes to do, in fact, because I made some, and wine to take home for my wife to drink. So I think I'm going to call it quits. If you happen to be watching, thanks. We are a board game cafe located in Northeast Ohio. If you're watching, you've probably been here before. If not, check us out sometime when we can reopen. But I've been having fun just coming up here, hanging out alone on Fridays, playing solo games, and drinking alone in a room. Which sounds sad in context, but it's been fun. It's been an enjoyable way of still being up here and being present despite not being able to be open for business. So I'm going to call it quits and hit the end stream button. I hope that you have a good weekend wherever you are. Times are weird. But yeah, there's 4 of us watching. Hey, there you go. I'll take it. I don't know why I can't tell. I'm not good at streaming. That's why I can't tell. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just glad that this is going out in the ether somewhere where someone can view it, because that's better than I would expect from my technical capabilities. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good Friday evening and whatever. I don't know. Watch some streaming stuff or play some board games alone at home. Play some Animal Crossing. I've been loving Animal Crossing. I've been playing the hell out of Animal Crossing. But yeah, y'all have a good night. See you later.